I spend most of my time on my setup, working towards my dreams. And over time, I noticed that I've had some pretty bad setups in the past. So this year, I wanted to make a change and put a cognitive effort on my setup to actually build the setup of my dreams. And I think I finally might have landed on one of the best monitors you can buy for productivity. So I'm going to be going through some pros and cons of this monitor. Let's get right into it. Now, my desk setup has been looking very empty recently. Like, I only have a laptop here. And that's because I was waiting for Apple to release their new studio display for so long. Like, ever since I bought this MacBook, I got rid of my old setup and I've just been waiting for the new studio display, patiently waiting. And you can imagine my disappointment when that thing costs 3,500 euros pretty much. The cheap model, nothing upgraded. I want the upgraded version. 3.6 thousand, are you kidding me? So instantly after they released it, I went and copped a different monitor. Alright, so I actually ended up getting LG's 6K 32-inch monitor. This monitor, in my opinion, is the most exciting monitor from LG's Ultrafine lineup because it's directly trying to compete with Apple's Pro Display XDR, with the only major difference being the price. This only costed 2,000 euros here in Europe, and, well, the build quality, which you'll see later on in the video. Of course, nobody can beat Apple's build quality on these monitors, but I think this monitor is doing pretty well. The heart of this monitor is its 32-inch nano IPS black panel with a 6K resolution, and it has over 21 million pixels at roughly 224 pixels per inch. That pixel density allows the monitor to deliver a super crisp image, and as a software engineer, someone who looks at text most of their day and someone who edits videos, a super detailed image is what I need in my workflow. Now, this monitor is only 60 Hz, but unless you're planning on gaming, then, well, I can already say this monitor is not for you. But otherwise, I'm gonna make an argument as to why this 60 Hz isn't really an issue. Alright y'all, it's been a few days since I started using this monitor now, and I think I'm ready to give my overall opinion of this monitor to you guys. I want to preface this whole thing by saying that this monitor is not for the average consumer. This is a hobby for me. This is an interest for me. This monitor costs 2 grand. Don't spend that much money unless you have that kind of money. I work very hard. I work 2 jobs. I do this YouTube thing just to be able to afford things like this. I've been saving for moments like these because I like this kind of stuff. I like geeking out over technology like this. It's a passion for me. So don't go ahead and spend your money on stupid stuff like this. You don't need a 6K monitor, but I love mine. So let's get into the actual review. Alright, I wanted to start with the bad stuff about this monitor first because, well, there's a lot of bad stuff. Depends on how you view the monitor. To me, these bad things are not that important, but I'll start with the worst ones that come to my mind first. The speakers on this monitor are horrible. Let me give you a speaker test right now. So yeah, do not use the speakers on the monitor. They're just trash. I have to use the MacBook as a speaker, and I want to have my MacBook closed in my setup because, well, this monitor takes up a lot of real estate on my desk, and I think it's more aesthetic that way. I don't like those setups where the MacBook is open and then you have a bigger monitor next to it. I hate those setups, so I want to keep mine closed. The only way I can really use this is if I have headphones in, which I don't mind. I always have headphones in anyway. It's not a big deal to me, but that's just a minus. And a second minus compared to, I guess, these Apple displays is that this one does not have a camera on it. The studio display webcams are not that good, but they're nice to have. I have to open my laptop every time I join a meeting or set up like a separate camera, but that's annoying to me. Next up, the power brick on this thing is massive. What I like about the Apple monitors is that they build the power bricks inside of the monitor. Logitech couldn't do that for some reason. I don't know why, but at least the monitor's aesthetic. That's what I care about. I'll just have to do some cable management magic with the power brick later on when I buy the rest of my setup supplies. Right now, the cable management over there is rough. So let's not look at that anymore. Then the stand on this thing is actually a bit stiff. I like that you can move the monitor up and down, like it works, but it's hard to move. It is very stiff. You need to use both hands to just move this thing. It is rough to move. Even though like the build quality isn't anything crazy, this monitor is just plastic. Like the stand is plastic, I feel like, and the monitor is built from plastic. You can feel the plastic, but that stand is very stiff. It's good. It doesn't move, at least with the desk. Like, it won't shake up and down if I shake the desk, you know? The monitor stays still. It's kind of annoying when you want to adjust it just a little bit and then you have to push with both arms. Then obviously the price is a big factor. This thing is 2K. You can get the Asus 6K 32-inch monitor for 1.2 thousand or 1.4 thousand, I believe. I just think that monitor looks absolutely hideous. Asus really dropped the ball on that. I really just got this because of the aesthetics. This monitor is so clean compared to that. I don't know what Asus did. I really don't like how it looks like, because they're definitely trying to cater for this Apple aesthetic audience with that, right? Like, you're competing with the Pro Display XDR, so why do you make it look hideous? The Goicon and LG are doing a great job here objectively if we're looking at this 6K monitor market, because we're obviously trying to sell to the upper class of consumers, and people care about aesthetics. Like, I care about aesthetics a lot. So this is why I wanted this monitor. Then there's a good and a bad thing. You can control the brightness and the sound of the monitor if you install the LG Switch software, but I don't like using it because when I'm adjusting the volume on my keyboard, it starts adjusting the monitor's volume. It kind of takes over Apple controls. I actually went ahead and uninstalled LG software after that because it was really annoying to me that I wanted to press volume up from my keyboard and it was turning the monitor's volume up instead of my headphones. But that's more like an LG software thing. It just kind of takes over your whole computer. I don't know. So I just uninstalled it. But overall, the setup was very easy with this monitor. The colors look great. It's amazing. And yeah, that was really all the bad stuff I had to say. I think that was not that bad. Let's get into the good next. Alright, if we continue with the actual good of this monitor, well, the quality is just beautiful. Obviously, my camera can't pick up the full 6K resolution because I'm recording in 4K. It's impossible for me to visually convey how beautiful this monitor looks in real life. I recommend you guys go to an actual store to look at these monitors because they're beautiful. I've been watching like 8K YouTube videos on this and it looks incredibly beautiful. I really enjoy the viewing experience on this monitor. It's been the most fun I've had just using a computer ever since I bought this. I'm ecstatic. The 32-inch monitor size gives you so much space to actually work with as well. I'm a software engineer and I feel kind of claustrophobic if my screen is too small when I'm in my IDE, for example. I don't know, I like that there's space to breathe around. It really helps with the sort of overthinking anxiety I get when there's so little space in my IDE. I don't know what's up with that, but it's been a big boost on my productivity, at least these past few days when I've been using this. Editing my videos on DaVinci has been a blast. I can preview the full 4K video while I'm editing. It's so cool. I don't know, I'm ecstatic over this thing. And of course, it's an LG monitor. The monitor itself is not really matte, but it's not glossy either. It's sort of in this between phase. I know LG does this type of thing often, where you can kind of see the reflection, but it's not glossy at all. It's still more to the matte side, but it's not fully matte either. I personally like it. That's not everyone's cup of tea, which is fine. Again, personal preference. You should go to the store and look at this thing if you have the chance to before buying it. I don't know, it's just not everyone's thing. I personally really like it. I hate seeing reflections on my screen, but I know that it kind of gets rid of the image quality sometimes, which sucks. And of course, this is LG we're talking about. The colors look phenomenal. I think you can probably pick up this beautiful wallpaper. It just looks so vibrant and beautiful. LG really does a good job with the colors, and this monitor is very configurable. There's so many settings you can configure color-wise. You can configure the contrast, all of that stuff. I'm not an expert in that yet, but all I know is there's a lot of ways to configure this whole thing. The ports this monitor have are insanely good actually. There's 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports. I believe this is one of the first monitors with Thunderbolt 5 support, and then there's 3 USB-C ports at the back as well. So this is good for the whole Mac ecosystem, Apple ecosystem, where we're usually only using USB-C cables. And there's a HDMI cable at the back and a display port at the back as well. There's a lot of port variety. It's very nice. I had this weird bug actually while using this monitor because I'm using it as a USB hub as well. I don't want to have any other ports on my Mac except the actual Thunderbolt cable. So I had the USB-C cable for my keyboard at the back of the monitor, and I wasn't using a Thunderbolt port because I was thinking, oh, I'll save the Thunderbolt port for something else. And the keyboard was kind of laggy. Like sometimes it was picking up and sometimes it wasn't. You got to be aware of that. I don't know if my product is deficient or not. I'll have to see if that's an actual big issue or not, but so far so good. I don't have that much stuff to attach to my monitor anyway. But yeah, that's a minor thing as well. But otherwise, everything's been great. I really like this thing. I think this monitor is a beast for productivity itself because, well, you have so much space to work with. This thing is aesthetic. You feel clean when you're in this setup. That's a really big thing for me. I feel like I lose focus easily when my setup isn't clean like this. Well, it's not clean because of the cables right now, but I'll get that sorted out. So I'm at peace kind of at this setup now. It's super clean, minimalistic. The monitor looks great. That's why I think this might be one of the best productivity monitors there are right now. If you have the money to buy this thing, I really recommend it. Don't spend money on Apple's crazy priced monitors. This 32 inch is insane. And I made an argument earlier in the video saying that 60 Hz isn't a big issue. Well, there's two sides of it. When I move my mouse, I can definitely see and feel that it is a 60 Hz monitor, but whenever I'm viewing a video, it does not feel like it is only 60 Hz. Because of the pixel density and the 6K resolution, I don't think you really notice the 60 Hz. That's why I think you should try it yourself. To me, I've been using 120 Hz plus forever. This does not feel that bad. For real, I don't feel it anymore. The mouse movement is the only thing you will feel in my personal experience at least. I think this monitor is a beast. LG did a good job. Pricing is very competitive in this market. If you still want a 6K monitor but can't really afford this thing, go for that Asus monitor. I think it looks hideous, but 6K is something everyone should try out. It's so beautiful. I can't hype it enough. It looks incredible. You need to see it in real life to just comprehend it. I'm gonna be coding so much. My productivity has increased by at least like 150% with this thing. I'm really happy. But yeah, that's all for me, guys. I'm gonna be pumping out more videos. I kind of had a semi-rough patch this past month with just being busy with everything and not really feeling creative, but I've adjusted my life frameworks and my routines to sort of feel better now. I think I'll have a vlog up next where I kind of go over my routine and how I can bounce so many things around in my life at the same time and to kind of still feel like I get stuff done. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you like the monitor, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate that a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.